Hi, welcome to the 𝗧𝗲𝗹𝗶 design improvement and replication of DESIGN-ATHON challenge. In this video, we will be working on this brief. This brief is design improvement. It is the redesign of this flyer on the screen. It is to be redesigned to an improved way. As you can see, this flyer was roughly designed. It was not well designed. The principles of design were not followed. So in today's video, it is design improvement, and improving this flyer here is what we will be replicating in this video. This is the flyer we will be replicating in this video. So let's dive into the video. So looking at this flyer, the flyer is the size is the default Pixellab size. So the first thing I'll be doing is changing the size. So moving on to the size here and changing it. Is this already the default Pixellab size? You can see this is 128, 1280 rather, 1280 aspect ratio 1:1. So that is the default size of Pixellab. So I will just have to change the background color. This is the background color for the design. Moving on, we have this image, the image at the top, which is not reflecting very well. So I will have to import that from the gallery. Then enlarge it. I enlarge it to the screen in Travis. Then after doing that, I will have to create this white background which is on the top. So I will have to create that. So in creating that, I will just move to the shape, increase the radius, and then stretch it out a little bit, and then place it here like this. So just like that, that was how that was created. So if you look at the edge of the design that is being replicated, you will see how the edge of that shape by the right hand side, you will see it is curving down. It is not on the straight line. So now we will have to make the image we imported first. The first image which was imported, if you look on this design, the image is not reflecting, it's not showing well. So what is to be done there is to reduce the opacity of that image. So moving on to opacity, then the opacity of the image will be reduced just like this. Then we'll have to create the next thing. The next thing here, you can see the store name and the rest like that. What the flyer is all about. It is an 8 days out awoof plus promo mass mega sales. So moving on to that, creating the brand name. So by putting this, increase the radius a little bit, then place it at the side here. Then moving on is the store name. The store name is Destiny's Store. So moving on to new test, Destiny's Store. Yeah. Then we'll move on to font to change the font of the text. The name of the font used for this is Belinda, BELLINA, Belinda bold. So that is the name of the font. So I will just increase the size a little bit, then place it in front of the shape here. Yeah. So let's reduce the size of this shape a little bit, then bring it out. So the name of the font used for the text is Belinda bold. And then under the brand name we have something written beneath it, which is home of 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 collection. So moving on to that, a new text, home of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 collection. Then we'll move on to font to change the font. The font used for that is Monster medium or Monster semi-bold. So it is Monster. We just have to reduce the size a little bit, then place it beneath the brand name, just like this. And then you can see the brand logo is as well there. So I will have to import that from my gallery. I got this out. Looking at this, you can see there is the black background beneath that. So to remove the black background, just move to erase color, enable it, then use the color picker to select the black color. then just click on the mark. You can increase the tolerance. You can see the black is not well removed, so we can just increase the tolerance to erase off the black the more. Then move on to color to change it to the color of the design, and then reduce the size. And then this is being placed here. So just like that, we'll place the brand logo on this shape. So that is where the brand logo will be placed, and make sure it is facing, the brand name is directly at the front of the brand logo, just like that. Then moving on, you can see we have this it. This was created with a Photopea. This is PSD. It is a PSD. It was edited on Photopea. So this is available. I will be putting the link to download all the resources used in this video in the video description, so you can just download all the resources. So moving on is this it. I will have to import that from my gallery. So we have this here. Then I will just place this here. Then you can see it is in the golden color, so we can just play around the color by moving on to color filter to change the color. If once you enable the color, the effect will not be more there. So I'll just move to color filter, then change the hue. So you can just play around the color to achieve your color. So this is the color we want, which is the purple color. Then move on to stroke to give it a little stroke. So just like this, you can see that. Then we are moving on to the text, which is days are 8 days 𝗂𝗧𝗏 plus Pro Max Mega 6. Going to test, create a new test. This 𝗂𝗧𝗏 plus 8 days hot 𝗂𝗧𝗏 plus Pro Max Mega. Then move on to font. The font used for this is the same font used in creating the brand name. It is 𝗪𝗛𝗪𝗛𝗪𝗛𝗪, that is the name of the font used for this. So we just bring this beside it here. Then increase the size. Increase the size like this. We move to line spacing to reduce the spacing between the text. So just like this. Then you can see under it is something like a signature. It is says. So just move on to text to create a new text. So says, and then we change the font. The font used for creating that is autograph. So the font for that is autograph. So just like this is how this was printed. Then beneath the name of the brand, you can see something like a ship, so on which this kind of all here posted with free gift was written. So we move on to shape, create the shape, reduce the shape a little bit, then give it some little stroke, some radius rather, increase the radius a little bit, then place it under the brand name. So place it under the brand name. So just like that. Then the text on that, discount on all years, discount on all year posted with free gift, Then we'll move on to font to change the font. The font for that is Monster semi-bold. Then we'll move on to reducing the size of the text. Then change it like this. Sorry. Move to alignment to change it to the center alignment. Then bring it onto the shape where it is to be placed. Then change the color. The color for this is the color we are using for the design. that is being used for the design. So you can see how that was created. So let's lock all this to the screen interface to avoid moving of other things we don't want to move while moving other resources. So just like that, that was how the upper was created. So looking at this, you can see we have this shape here on top which this image was placed. So to create that, just move on to the shape, click on shape, then increase the radius a little bit, and then just place it here like this. So just like this. The color for it is a little bit like a hash, so to make sure so just like a little bit, not a pure white. So you can see this, the color is not a pure white. So just move on to stroke, so give it a stroke, just one stroke. So just like this. So you can see just one. So then moving on to the shape, you can see the images on top were being textured into a shape. So moving on to shape now, to create another shape. Reduce this a little bit, then we place it on top of it like this. Copy this, place it beside, it. So to make sure it is on the same alignment, one can just use the grid line to make sure the alignment is okay. Just use the grid line. So make sure everything is on the same alignment. It is very, very important. Alignment should be considered in your design. You don't just design everything to look even to look disturbing to the eye, to look disturbing to the audience. The design is to be the design is being made for. So everything should be well designed. So just like this. So we copy this, place it beneath here. So place it beneath here. As well, we must make sure it is on the same alignment below here. So just like this, it must be on the same alignment. So let's reduce this a little bit. Radius is too much. So just like this, we'll make sure all these shapes are at the center of this one. So we are going to be texturing all this with the shapes with the image. So just select the first shape, then move to texture, then click on texture. You see this gallery icon, click on gallery icon to select. Click on gallery icon to select. So to select the image you want to texture into it. So this is the image. So you can see that has been textured. The second one, select it, follow the same process, move on to texture, then texture the image into it. So select the fourth one, move on to texture and texture it as well. So just like that, and the fourth one as well, following the same texturing process. So texture it. So I'm just changing this to the square to 1:1 so that it can fit into the image without any adjustment. So you can see how that is fit into it. So looking clearly at this design, you can see by the edges of the images there is a white stroke. So move on to stroke, then give it stroke, then enable the stroke. So the stroke given to this is 5. So it should be the same as others. So 5 for this as well. The next one 5 as well. A white stroke. So for this as well 5 as well. So you can see that about that. Let's lock all this to the screen interface. So moving on here, you can see we have, let's bring this down a little bit. So moving on here on the design, on the left hand side of the design, you can see this. As I mentioned earlier, you can see discount on all year posted with free gift. So the free gift will be given. So we'll move on to shape, create a shape. To create a shape, so just like this. So as you can see on the design, the shape to be created must be on the same alignment as the one on top here. So here it must be on the same alignment as the one on top here. Yeah, so you can see that. Let's change the color so that we can see clearly here. So you can see that, and as well be on the same alignment as this one here, So just here it must be on the same alignment as that as well. So just increase the radius. So the radius like this. So just like that. Moving on, we don't need, this is not what we need. We need the stroke line, So to create that, just reduce the opacity, then increase the stroke with it. Just one. Change the color to the pink color the design is being designed into. So just like that. So you can see that. Then if you look here, the color should be pink. So it should be pink for this. So you can see that. So looking at this, you can see here we have this gift where it was written. You can see there is a line as well there. So and this as well where 1 2 3 was written, it is in pink color. So to create that, we just have to copy this, the first one we've created. So copy this, then move to edit it. So you can see what we've just copied, this one, then move to edit that, and increase the opacity back to 100, and then reduce the stroke back to 0. So just like that, you can see how that is being created. So we'll place it on top like this, making sure it is well centered. So let's change the color to this color so that we can make sure that color, so that we can make sure it is well on top of it. So just like that, it is on top of it well now. So after, you must have make sure it is well placed on top of that line, of that stroke line. So move to crop and crop out this more, So just like this, we crop out small. So you can see that. Then we reduce the height. So you can see how that was created. Then moving on to the line, which is between the gift to get twinsies and the gift below. So we move on to shape, reduce this. After, you must have leave the shape editing, you will reduce it again, then place it, then make sure to place it here, move it here where it is to be placed. Then change the color from black to the color which is to be used. So to this color, to the pink color or purple color, then reduce the width. Let's reduce the width by 1. So just like this, you can see how it is being created. So now we have to create the test for gift to get doing sales. Then gift to get doing sales. So just like that. Then we move on to font to change the font. The font for that is 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗪𝗔𝗪𝗏. Then change the color to the design color, reduce the size, and then place it on top here. Place it on top here. Place it on top here. So as you can see, there is 1 2 3 written there. So to write that, we just have to create a new text. Then as well here, 1 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like that, and click on OK. Change the font as well. The font for that is 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗔. Then we place it on this. Place it here. So let's increase the line spacing a little bit and give it a little gap. So just like that is okay. Then we'll have to create this text. So buy one, we get one free packet here. Buy one big, get one free packet here. So moving on to font, we just have to change the font. The font for this is 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗕𝗏𝗏 medium. Then reduce the size and the color as well to the color being used for the design. So just like that, we place this here, which is 1. So instead of creating the text from afresh again, so just copy this. Then the second one is hand dryer and dryer. So yeah, moving on the design, you can see where we have the contact and the date. So to create that, just move on to shape. Reduce the size of this. Let's change the color to the flyer color. Increase the radius a little bit. Make sure it is on the same alignment as this. So just like this, we'll copy this and place it in front of this as well. Place this here. So just like this. So it should be on the same alignment with the shapes at the top. So moving on is this whitish place where contact us and date is written. So to create that, we just have to create another shape like this. Then we place it here. So just like this, make sure it is not beyond the alignment like here. So copy this, place it here. Then we give it a little shadow. So just like that, just a small shadow. Then we have the text there. Contact us. Change the font to 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗔. The font for that is 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗔. Reduce the text and then change the color to black. Then we bring it down and then place it on top of this. Copy the text, edit it into date. Then place it here. And then place it here. So we have the date here, which is 20 to 28 May 2024. 20 to 28 May 2024. We move on to font to change the font for that. So for that is 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗔. We will reduce the size a little bit and then place it on top of the shape here. You have to reduce this a little bit. So place it here. So that is the sales date. Copy this and then edit it for the contact. So the contact, So just like that for the contact, then we'll place it at the contact space here. So we just place this, we'll place it here. Here is being provided for contact. So if you look at this, to the design which is to be replicated, so to this design, you can see we've used all the text which is to be used. You can see the name, everything I've written on the flyer which is to be improved rather. So you can see we've redesigned the design. So you can see this can easily convey the message of the sales to the audience which this is being promoted to. So please, if you find this video, if you find it interesting, don't forget to like. If you have any comment, if you have any questions, use the comment box. I will reply, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.